Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up with a layout today for Confessions of a Paper Addict. I am using these 4 cute cut files. It's called the Portraits cut file, and you get the 4 portraits, I guess, sort of like frames, and I wanted to use them to frame these 4 photos of my son playing at a local playground. Now, I filmed myself painting these cut files, but that footage, for whatever reason, did not film. So I'm really sorry because I actually did film it. I used a baby wipe and I sponged on the paint onto these 4 different cut files. Well, they're the one cut file. You purchase them as one cut file, but they're 4 separate files within that. Does that make sense? And I painted them using a mix of Kaisercraft paints and Dylusions paints. And the Kaisercraft paints are definitely a cheaper acrylic paint. You can tell close up. They're quite splotchy and not as nice kind of opaque coverage as the Dylusions ones, but that's okay. That's all right. They are what they are. But the colours went, I thought, quite well with this collection. So I'm using Pink Paisley's, what's it called? Oh, dearie me, Whimsical. Pink Paisley's Whimsical. And I actually don't use much in the way of embellishments because I cut out one of the papers, I fussy cut them, and I cut out all of the flowers. So I just use those mainly. So at the moment you can see me, I am sticking the photos sticking the cut files onto the photos. So I'm definitely using these, I suppose, to frame my photos, and I'm using them as frames. And it was a little bit fiddly to get them to fit, but I made it work. The pink one with the love heart on the top is definitely a tight fit for a 3x4 photo, but you can absolutely make it work. So I printed my photos at 3x4, and when I cut my cut files, I made sure that they were I think I made sure that they were 3x4 size, and I tried to make them all the same size. Now, I don't think I quite succeeded, but in making them all the same size, because I didn't really think about it until after I'd cut them, that I really should have made them all equal, but that's okay. They're close enough for jazz, as my friends and I always say, which, just means it doesn't have to be exact. Jazz is never exact. So yes, this doesn't have to be perfect. And that's definitely the motto that I live by with my scrapbooking and life in general, really. So I am just cutting out the excess around my photos and just getting them ready to go. So I've got a set of 3 photos that were all taken at a local playground here when Link was sort of up and about and exploring, but he's certainly not walking. And I met some friends there, so I did cut out one of the other little girls in this photo for a couple of reasons. I didn't want to put her online because that's not my prerogative to do so. She's not my child. But also, this is just a story about Link, and I know I'll probably look back and forget who that child was because I haven't written it down. So I've cut her out, which that sounds harsh when I say it back. But anyway, that's okay. Maybe I should have left her in. I've actually got another photo in this album. So she is the daughter of one of my mother's group friends, and I've got a big photo of all of us also in this same album. So that photo has all of their names, the kids' names, the mum's names, and everything like that. So when I look back, I don't forget. I'm hoping that perhaps we'll be friends for a long time, and I definitely won't forget, but you just never know. So I am using I fussy cut all these flowers, as I was saying before. These flowers came off one sheet of 12x12 paper from the Whimsical collection, and I fussy cut them out, and I'm just using those to embellish each of the frames. So I definitely create, I guess it's a grid layout, and I have the 4 embellishment clusters because I've got the 4 photos and the 4 frames. So that was definitely the look I was going for. Now, I have magically, by the power of editing, stuck all of those flowers down. So you saw me place them around, and then I figured you didn't need to see me stick them. So I did stick those down off camera and then came back, and now what I'm doing is popping up those last few individual flowers up. Mostly, I think pretty much all of them I pop up on foam, and I'm adding those into the clusters just to sort of balance them out and also kind of mix up the colours and just to add a bit of interest. There was also a couple of places where the fussy cut florals were on an edge, so that there was a straight edge, and I still wanted to use them because I didn't have very many big florals that I could kind of cut from the fussy cut piece. So I needed to make sure I was using all of them that I could, and so there were some straight edges where the florals met the edge of the paper, and so I just wanted to cover those with other embellishments. So that's also what I'm doing. I made sure I got at least one of the white and gold edged leaves into each cluster, which I'm really happy about. And then I'm trying to spread around some of the yellow in the florals because obviously one of my frames is yellow and I didn't want it to look too out of place. Now, I'm happy with the purple colour on the left, the bottom left. I think the top right colour, that more turquoise colour, is probably not a great match, but it's not a terrible match either. I just possibly could have gone with, I don't know, another shade of pink or even a green to go with the leaves, but that's okay. That's all right. We got there in the end, and I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. I think it's a great cut file, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to use it because I'm a big fan of frames. And it was one I think Virginia released last month, so in March? I think it was a March release during birthday month for the Confessions of a Paper Addict. So I will link to this cut file in the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file store down below. I'll also just link to the store in general so you can look. I think Virginia's got kind of 400 plus cut files in there at the moment. There's so many. She's a avid cut file designer. And so definitely go and check it out. She's got a cut file for pretty much every occasion, I think. And also this video is going up sort of late April, and at the moment Virginia's got a couple of free cut files in her Facebook page to help people scrap this kind of time of uncertainty in the pandemic. So definitely go and join the Facebook group because they're up for free, and I know she's only leaving them up for April and she's not putting them in the shop. She said that she didn't want to make any money from these types of cut files, so she's put them up for free for the Facebook group, and so definitely go and check them out. So the link to the Facebook group will also be down below. And this might be too late. I was going to say she's doing the DT call for the Confessions of a Paper Addict, but I think this video goes up too late for that. But if not, definitely go and check that out. Again, it's in the Facebook group. It's also on the Instagram page, the DT call, so you'll be able to go and check out the dates. From memory, I know when it closes, but I don't remember when this video is going up. So let me see if I can figure out at least the closing date for you, because if I'm too late, I'm really sorry. Let's have a look. So it's closing on the 23rd of April, so you just might get in there in time. When's this going up? Oh no, I think this is going up on the 24th. Sorry guys, I got all your hopes up. And then the DT call closed the day before this video goes live. Anyway, hopefully you're already in the Facebook group, so you knew that the DT call was open and you could go and put in an application if that's your cup of tea. It's a great group to be a part of, so you'll definitely enjoy spending time on the Confessions of a Paper Addict DT if that is something that you are interested in. It's a lovely group of ladies and we have a lot of fun. So I've talked through all of this. I stuck down a few extra little embellishments from the chipboard sheet and also one of the puffy stickers that says "Oh, what a day." And now I pulled out, these stickers are from Heidi Swap, and there are only one page of stickers, and I didn't think I could make any more words from them, and then I realized I could make a lot more words from them. So I actually made up all of these words, and then I left them on there already made up so that I could pull them out for potential titles. So I went with "Love Our Big Boy." Now I realised I probably should "I love" or "we love our big boy," but I didn't have the thickers for that, and this makes enough sense for me. So I've gone with "Love Our Big Boy," and the thickers are a really lovely black foam with a black glitter on top. I actually really like them. I haven't used them a hell of a lot, but they're really lovely, so I must make sure that I use the rest of those pre-words that I made up. Get them onto layouts. Also, it's nice to use up a thicker sheet, but I'd like to get them onto layouts if I can because they're a really lovely thicker. Just ending with some Heidi Swap Colour Shine. Pretty sure I'm going with navy because it's my favourite and it matches really well. It's not a really dark navy. It's got a lot of shimmer to it, and the shimmer is a similar blue to the background paper. So I just thought it was a really lovely fit. So it goes on quite dark, the navy, but it dries with a really lovely shimmer, as I said. So if you can get your hands on it, I think that she's discontinued this range, but if she hasn't and she's brings it back out and you can get your hands on the navy, I highly recommend it. And then I think I'm adding blush as well from Heidi Swapp Colour Shine. I've recently rediscovered the blush colour that I'm kind of getting into. It's very subtle. It doesn't show up a lot on this page, but it just adds a little bit of subtle shimmer, so I'm really happy with it. So I'm just cleaning up my workstation and we're all done. So I will show you the close-ups. Make sure you go and check out the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook page and also the shop if you like cut files and you would like to purchase some for yourself. They're really reasonably priced and I'm really happy with them. Virginia makes wonderful cut files. So go and check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. All right, guys. Bye.